So this week, it's our final week of the course, and we are going to discuss the importance of advocacy, not only for yourself, but for others. So we're going to define and explain the importance of advocating for yourself and others. We're going to identify ways to reduce and mitigate unconscious bias. And then we're going to talk about the reflection paper, where you will create a personal mitigation action plan to create positive change in yourself and the workplace. So, what is advocacy and what is the importance of it? So, when individuals advocate for themselves, they can express their preferences, assert their rights, and make informed decisions about their lives. This can lead to increased confidence and self esteem, as well as a greater sense of control over your own life. Advocating for others is important because it helps ensure that their needs, rights, and interests are met and respected. Advocating for others involves using one's voice and resources to support the rights and well beings of those that may not be able to speak up for themselves. This can involve lobbying for policy changes, supporting more marginalized communities, or standing up for injustice. Advocating for others is important because it promotes equity, equality, and fairness. It also helps to create a more just and inclusive society. So, overall, advocating for yourself and for others is an essential part of promoting individual and societal well being and can lead to positive changes in both personal and societal levels. So, let's talk about ways to reduce and mitigate unconscious bias. Unconscious bias can often be a difficult subject to tackle. However, um, there are some ways we can reduce and mitigate these issues. So let's go ahead and dive right on into self reflection. So take time to reflect on your own experiences and consider how they may have shaped your beliefs and attitudes about different groups of people. Secondly, education. Learn about other cultures, religions, and traditions in order to expand your knowledge and understanding of different groups and people. Number three, exposure. Engage in social activities that allow you to spend time with people from different backgrounds in order to gain a better understanding of their perspectives and their experiences. Number four, challenge yourself. Actively seek out opportunities to work with people from different backgrounds and try to step outside of your comfort zone. Number five, check your assumptions. So be aware of the preconceived notions and stereotypes and challenge yourself to recognize and overcome them. And then finally, hold yourself accountable. Be honest with yourself and hold yourself accountable when you recognize instances where you may have exhibited bias. Remember, it's important to approach this process with an open mind and a willingness to learn and grow. It may not be easy. It probably won't be easy, but it can lead to a more inclusive and equitable environment for everyone. So let's talk about our personal mitigation action plan. So this week, you've been tasked to create this plan to create or increase positive change in yourself and in the workplace. And so, what exactly is a mitigation plan? A personal mitigation action plan. So, it's a proactive approach to positive change in yourself. So, what I've listed here is a template that you can use. It can be as simple or engaged as you want it to be. And so let's begin. Number one, to identify your personal goal. This can be as specific or general as you want it to be. So, for example, let's say you want to improve your active listening skills, or you want to increase your communication skills. You've identified your personal goal. Number two, let's identify the steps to achieve that goal. This can be broken down into small, actionable steps. For example, for the goal of improving your active listening, your steps could include tracking the time that you spend with colleagues or prioritizing your exposure to diverse communities. And make sure that you minimize your distractions. Number three is to identify potential challenges. So the challenges could include overcoming your own personal biases, time constraints, or competing priorities. It's important to identify these challenges in advance so that you can have a plan on how to overcome them. Next, develop a timeline. Identify your timeline for achieving this goal, and set specific dates to complete each step. This can help you stay on track and measure your progress. Number five is to create a support system. Remember in Module 4, we talked about having that support system in place so that you have the confidence and the feedback to be successful in overcoming your biases. And so, finding a support system that will help you stay motivated and accountable. This could be a friend, it can be a coworker, it can be a mentor, but it's going to be a person who's going to offer that encouragement and feedback. And then finally, evaluate your progress. Schedule periodic check ins to evaluate your progress toward your goal. If you find that certain steps aren't working, adjust and try a different approach. Remember, the purpose of the personal mitigation action plan is to create a positive change in both yourself and the workplace. So, by taking proactive steps to increase your skills and abilities, you can become a more effective team member and contribute to a positive and productive workplace culture.